Read with me Revelation 2:12. And to the angel of the church in Pergamum, write the words of him who has the sharp two-edged sword. Now to us, that doesn't mean much, does it? The words of him who has the sharp two-edged sword. And we know from the context that Jesus is saying this. So he's saying from him, Jesus, the one who has the sharp two-edged sword. But what does this mean? Why would Jesus say that he is the one that has a sharp two-edged sword? Well, we know from context and from that era, and even from Old Testament Isaiah, that the sword is a symbol of power and authority. And Pergamum was the authority of Asia Minor for the Roman government. And so Pergamum was over everyone else. The governor of that province, Asia Minor, stayed in Pergamum. And so the authority, the power of Rome was in Pergamum. And so by Jesus saying the words of him who has the sharp two-edged sword, he is saying that he is the one that has the true authority. The word there for sword is rhomphaia, which is a big, long sword used for battle, but also for judgment and justice. And so just as Jesus has the power and authority, he has the judgment and the justice. And so the Christians that are in Pergamum need to know that while the government there is oppressive and suppresses them as Christians and has authority and power over them, Jesus is the true authority, the true power, the true judgment, the true justice. And it's the same today. Jesus is the true authority, the true power, the true judgment, the true justice. In Revelation 19, it talks about the same sword coming out of Jesus' mouth as he rides in from the clouds. He brings the authority, he brings the power, he brings the judgment, even today. And that is good news because he is perfect, holy, and our Savior.